Well, good day, everybody. Welcome to a 2023 Nissan Versa. Now, the Versa used to be sort of the bottom of the barrel. You know, if you had to rent a Versa or you had to drive one and you liked to drive, it was really, truly a suffering proposition. I had one on vacation once and it was, well, let's just say horrible. But to Nissan's credit, the 2023 Versa, especially this top of the line SR trim, sitting at $22,000. You know, this is a great little entry level car. There's not a lot of cars out there at this price. This undercuts most car prices out there. So just looking around the interior, got some nice stylish seats. Interior looks pretty good. You got a nice sturdy shifter here, good old-fashioned handbrake, stop start, auto climate, a C and an A USB. You even have a 12 volt there. So yeah, pretty nice, pretty well equipped. But let's just take a look at the outside. And it's actually decent looking. So this actually looks pretty good. I have no problems with how this looks. Good lighting all around. The Versa is now a decent looking car. Another USB-C in the back. Pretty comfy seats, pretty decent leg room back here. This is not quite compact size, but it is close to being compact size as far as this rear seat room. Yeah, not bad. All right. Not even bad. Of course, there's a lot of hard plastics and things, but overall, pretty well stitched together. And you even get, I don't know if you can see in there, fold down seats and a decent sized, actually a really decent sized trunk. And I'm sure you even have a small spare down there. So yeah, pretty good. Even have all keyless access at this price point. Not much going on up here, but the one nice thing about this is you get 40 miles per gallon on the highway. Got a pretty decent responsive CVT. I'll put the horsepower and torque numbers right there. Simple engine bay, no fancy covers. Actually, but a pretty clean, not a bunch of crazy wires going all over the place. A nice little quiet idle too. But how does it drive? That's what we want to find out. Does it drive like the old Versa? Well, looks, styling, and features already put this way ahead. But let's go ahead. There's no fancy drive modes or anything crazy like that. And actually, nope. We have sport. Little button down here on the shifter. So we do have a sport mode. And I'm sure that just changes the CVT set points. Nissan has come a long way with their CVTs, by the way. We used to have heated seats. I'm sure there's CarPlay and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it's wireless or not. I'll pop those up there too. You even have radar cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lots of safety features. So this thing isn't even a little over 3/4 full, and it's saying 342 miles of range. So the question with these type of cars are they truly, when you think about it, the green choice? No, it's not an electric vehicle. But when you think about the manufacturing, every dollar in a cost of a car has some type of carbon impact. So $22,000, I'd say, has half the carbon impact of an EV. It starts in the 40 or 50s. Now the EV will catch up to this over time, but these are still, you know, if you're concerned, you know, you want to contribute to solutions, but you can't afford an EV, or an EV doesn't work for you, this is you know, this is good, decent transportation. So I not going to floor this or try to drive it around like a maniac, because there's not a lot going on there under the hood. But I will tell you, it's a pretty smooth little engine. The transmission, the CVT, actually simulates decent shifts. It doesn't get too droney, but we'll go ahead and check that out. Seat comfort is average, pretty much what you'd want for this price point. Road noise is actually decent. Do hear some wind noise around the mirrors here, but not too much. Cruising along at 50 here, this is actually pretty quiet inside. Nissan, I always thought, did a good job of keeping their cars quiet compared to some car companies, but this one is, for a tiny little car, this is pretty quiet just on this pretty country road. Visibility good out the front, a little chunky on the A-pillar here, but good view out the front. Great visibility out the back. It's one nice thing about sedans, they give you pretty good all-around visibility. Mirrors are decent sized, they're not tiny little mirrors. Gauge cluster on the left is digital, and let's see, I'm not going to play too much with this. Yeah, you can just chunk down through this, but right now it is on a tachometer, but I'm sure you can configure that how you want. Get your gas mileage info. Yeah, there you go, got your vehicle settings there. $50 miles per hour. You want to do a little digital speedometer, you can put that up, so not pretty nice. And on the right you have an old mechanical analog speedometer. Yeah, this is so, if the word Versa makes you, you know, just because of the old one, well, give this one a chance. No, it's not fast. I mean, I'm not flooring it there. I got it maybe 3/4 there, and it's fine. I'm sure you put 3 other people in here, you're gonna feel their weight. But I'm just really impressed, mainly, unintentional hard brake. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in sport. Sport button's kind of hidden down there. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I'm sure chugging up mountain hills will tax this a little bit. Handling is very wallowy, so nothing to write home about there. But the steering is, I would say, comfortable. It's pretty light, so when you're maneuvering it around in parking lots, it's really geared towards that urban driving. Again, look at the wallow. Woo-hoo! But on the flip side of that, you get a very, very soft, compliant ride. Just trying to hit some of these bumps here, smooths them out really, really well. Now, this specific Versa is from Nissan's press fleet, has 7,230 miles, and these press cars are, you know, they're kept clean, they're maintained, but people do drive them pretty hard. So right now I'm not hearing any rattles on these bumps. Again, very, very cushy ride, very cushy ride. But the one thing that is impressive is how smooth and quiet the engine is. It needs to rev, but at least it sounds pretty decent. Braking, yeah, a little kind of a mushy pedal. Let's so the question is it fun to drive a slow car fast? And for this one, yeah, the handling's a little squirrely for me, but this is not what you're going to be doing with this car, what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm going to get hard on the brakes. Ah, nice and straight, controlled, not bad, not bad. Okay, here we go. I'm in sport. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. 60. That was a little unfair because it was uphill. So I don't know what that number is. I'll calculate it there. But that was a little uphill. So don't get too... It doesn't matter. 0 to 60 doesn't matter here. But just regular throttle inputs, quarter throttle, half throttle, 3/4 throttle. This feels plenty zippy enough. Now, before we wrap this up, if you're one of our subscribers, I want to give you a hearty thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you like. We need our subscribers to watch and like. That helps us out greatly. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you like what you see, check out our entire channel content. If you like what you see, definitely subscribe. Yeah, like a lot of tiny cars, you really only notice that they're pretty slow when you want them to give them everything you got. If you just ask for 75%, they're pretty happy. If you say, give me the last 25, yeah, that's where they start falling on their face. But all in all, as we wrap this up, this is a really pleasant little car, and you always have to keep that price point, you know, $22,000. Again, I have to go back and give Nissan props for offering something like that. The margins are so thin. The profit margins are so thin on these entry-level cars, and even with the Sentra, Nissan has stepped up their game, especially with the CVTs, the interiors, all across the board. So let us know what you think in the comments below. We really appreciate dialoguing with you there. And let me just slow down. And if you have any questions about anything, any cars at all, also leave those below. So thanks for coming along today. We really appreciate it, and have a great day, morning or evening, wherever you may be.